The pot's ready for tinning. Don't even know if this is going to work. We're going to try to do it on a hot plate. Most people do it on a gas flame. But worst comes to worst, we can always hit it with the gas axe and see how it goes. So what have we got? Nice clean repaired pot that we did in the last 2 episodes. We've got the pre-made 10% silver, 90% tin. No one seems to do that. There's probably a reason why, and we're about to find out. And we have some flux to make the tin silver mix stick inside the copper pot. But the first thing we're going to need to do is actually apply some flux. So this flux is apparently, you probably can't read it, but it says no poison. So that's a good thing, but it's a rosin flux. Oh, there we go. The tin's already starting to melt. So that's a good sign. So we've got the rosin steaming. We've got the tin starting to melt. I'm not really sure how this is meant to work. Obviously not quite hot enough yet. But it's sticking in a couple of places. It's more like snow at the moment, sort of a slush. I wonder if I haven't cleaned it enough. Tip out our excess solder and see what we have to do about preparing the surface better, because that's rubbish. So I've had another go cleaning it, back into a citric acid bath. It is as pink as it can get. I'm just adding some of this flux and we'll see if it sticks better this time. That's looking a bit better, isn't it? We're getting a tin coating going. Not sure it's going to get hot enough, this thing. Could be one of the issues. So the wiping just doesn't seem to work. It seems to just wipe it off. I'm wondering if it's not warm enough. Let's give it some therapy, shall we? Okay, now we've got some temperature in it. I think, yep, I've made a complete mess of that. So I've managed to burn the base out of the pot. Probably don't hit it with the gas axe. Mega failure. I actually started to think I was melting the very thin copper in this pan. Check this out. I am so strong I can tear open a copper pot with my bare hands. It's paper thin. Yeah, great project this. Really was worth the effort, wasn't it? What do you reckon? Not much I'm going to do with this, is there? Yeah, that's rubbish. I've cut the pure copper strips off the top and they've turned out to be remarkably thin. So, for instance, I'm getting readings of under a mil on this. So, you know, that's 0.75. Okay, it's hit 1,000 degrees and it's still solid. So I'm going to call that copper. What I'm going to do now though is add all the other bits and pieces, so the tin, silver and other copper to it, and we're going to form a special alloy that we're going to call my old copper pot. And the question for everyone is going to be, what shall we cast with it? Alright, let's cast ourselves out an ingot. All nice and empty now. Well, let's see what it weighs. What did we end up with? Well, the body of the pot was, what, 166 grams? In comparison, the handle we cast was 74 odd grams. And the original handle, which was zinc, or what was left of it, was about 68, 69 grams. The question is, what do you want me to cast? We're not going to use the zinc because zinc's horrible. Well, zinc in a copper alloy, so brass is horrible. But this is basically a lump of silvered bronze. What do you want me to cast?